Hi, today we are going to talk about a stock called Kotak Mahindra Bank. Kotak Mahindra Bank was founded by Uday Kotak in 1985. Initially, it was a NBFC under the name Kotak Mahindra Finance. In 2003, Kotak Finance got converted into a bank. This is the first bank which got a license who got converted from NBFC into a private full-fledged bank in 2003. Currently, Uday Kotak hold promoter stake around 26%. In 2015, Kotak Bank acquired ING Vysya Bank at 15,000 crore through a share swap deal. They didn't pay even a single cash for this deal. This shows that how much great in their capital allocation and valuing the cash in the business. They got many subsidies like Kotak Mahindra Prime, Kotak Mahindra Investment, Kotak Security, Kotak Mahindra Capital, life insurance, general insurance, AMC, as well as advisors. As per the RBI rule, around after starting a bank in 10 years, promoter holding should go around 15%. But Kotak Bank got this license before RBI has introduced this rule, and Uday Kotak has already said hold more than 26%. When RBI compelled him to reduce his stake, he even fought with RBI and put a case in our High Court. At the end, he even won by retaining his ownership in the bank at 26%. But what is that conclusion is, even though he can hold 26%, but his voting rights were restricted, considered as 15% in the bank. Even in ILFS collapse happened, our government immediately superseded that ILFS board and asked Uday Kotak to take care of that ILFS mess. This shows his credibility, how much he have in finance sector. His age is now 61 and he still got a decade plus. As per RBI rule, after 70, people may not able to continue in his chairman position or MD position, but still there is a decade ahead where he can still continue in that bank. After demonetization, they launched a 811 campaign where people can open a bank account entirely by digital basis. Kotak got a best CASA deposit ratio, which is more than 50%. CASA stands for current account and saving account. If we go back to the history around 1980s, bank used to borrow around 6% and they will lend at 17% to a credible company like Tata. During this time, Kotak found an opportunity. What he got an idea is he even convinced his family folks and raised money at 12% and he lent it to that Tata companies around 15 to 16%. His family members also quite happy because in bank they will be getting only 6%, but from Kotak they are getting around 12%, and Kotak also can able to give to less rate of interest compared to the bank to that credible corporate like Tata, and Tata also immensely benefited by getting at money which is little lower than the what bank is currently giving. This shows that Kotak entrepreneur skill and what he can foresee. There's one more scenario we can explain. Probably in the similar time 1980s, there was a huge supply in cars. Kotak Mahindra Finance, what they did a bulk booking with probably a car manufacturer. So instead of a customer waiting for 4 to 8 months, what they did, if they go with that Kotak Mahindra Finance, immediately they can even get a car as they already did a bulk booking with that manufacturer. The only thing is customer need to take a loan from that Kotak Mahindra Finance. During the time, Citibank was considered as a big lender in car finance, but in 3 years, Kotak has overtook Citibank in that transaction as well as volume. Kotak is considered as a well-known for his capital allocation skill in distributing dividend acquisition or any JVs with that partners. Even if you see in last 10 years, Kotak has reported profit of 35,000 crores, but the dividend they gave back to shareholders, even including himself, is just 1,000 crores. Kotak always trying to reinvest all the profit in the business, which in turn increase that business valuation, share price valuation. ROE also boosted very much. Kotak AMC is the subsidiary of Kotak Mahindra Bank, currently managing a AUM of around 1,75,000 crores and having a market share of 7% in our country. Please find the last 10-year balance sheet. 4,300 crores they had revenue at 2009. Now it is touched at nearly 33,000 crores. That profit also increased from 600 crores to now nearly 9,000 crores. So it looked like sales has increased nearly 9 times. Profit, it's more than 10 to 13 times they have increased. EPS also, if you see that from 4 rupees, now it is around 47 rupees. You can see dividend payout ratio will be very less, probably 1 or 2%. Because as I said earlier that they are trying to reinvest most of the money in the business. Stock price also increased last 10 years, 5 years, 3 years, double digit, even sales growth, profit growth, whatever parameter you throw it to Kotak, it will be always double digit, which was very great in that balance sheet wise. Plus ROE also very decent for a bank which shows double digit consistently in last decade. Conservatively, if you put in next 10 years, easily they can go from 33,000 crores to 65 to 70,000 crores in 2030. That time profit will be around 25,000 crores, with the net profit will be 20 and EPS will be around 100 rupees. So approximately they have around 2,500 ATMs in our country, 15 million debit card holders, 23 million active bank customer base, more than 70,000 group employees, 2.3 million credit card, 1,600 branches. You see the branch distribution also: north 30%, west 30%, south 30%, east is 8%. 44% of the branches is in metro, 15 in rural, 18 in semi-urban and 21 in urban. You can also see last 5 years how they have increased the volume in net interest income, net profit, surplus, even book value 18% they have increased last 5 years. Assets 16% last 5 years, advances 15% last 5 years, market capitalization around 20% last 5 years. Kotak is maintaining a best bank capital adequacy ratio as well as tier 1 capital percentage, which is 17.9 and 17.3. CASA is keep increased from 8% in FY16 to now 56% in FY20. As I said, CASA stands for current account saving account, where bank will get cheap money, where current account they don't need to pay any FD or probably rate of interest to that people who keeping money there. But in case saving account, probably 3.5%, 4%, or some bank like Kotak, they are giving around 5% based upon the money people are keeping. So it's kind of cheap money where bank is getting from that retail customer. We can also see the consolidated level revenue, like along with all the subsidiary like Kotak Mahindra Bank, even subsidiary Prime, Kotak Security, capital of Kotak Mahindra Company, life insurance, group insurance, investment, asset management company, trustee here. They are trying to now go little slow towards presence of bank branches physically, and they are trying to expand themselves digitally more aggressively in coming years. The last 10 years, if we see the share price where it was around 200 less than 2007 and 8, now it is around 2000 and probably recently it came 1900. Market capitalization also around 3,75,000 crores. Price to earning is 35, which is quite high for a bank. And Kotak will be always high because this bank not even only having a bank, this is even inclusion of all the subsidies like mutual fund, insurance, everything. Like consider like HDFC Bank or some other bank, they are trying to report only a bank, but Kotak is a conglomerate where they have all the companies under the same bank and they're reporting that revenue as a consolidated basis overall. So if you're purchasing anyone Kotak Mahindra share, it is like you are purchasing insurance company, you are purchasing AMC, everything you are trying to take part from the Kotak Mahindra business perspective. Kotak Mahindra Bank advantages. Lending business are always a highly leveraged business, and we should have a highly skilled person can able to generate a wealth for shareholder as well as for business. Kotak has shown good capital allocation, as I said, last couple of decades. India per capita income is going to increase in coming years. So a lot of retail people who wants to buy car or probably home or credit card, AMC, insurance, they need to reach big financial services. In that case, Kotak Mahindra will benefit immensely. India is a growing economy. Credit growth and financial growth is very much required for any country to gain economy wise. In that case, Kotak Mahindra will benefit from there. Market share movement also happening from PSU to private bank. If you see, most of the people nowadays, they don't even go into PSU bank. They are opening a bank account in a private bank where car loan, credit card, even securities, home loan, personal, everything they are going with the private bank, because private bank were able to provide these loans to the retail customer quite easily. Also, one more point that they hold 15% stake in a MCX India. That is, a MCX stands for Commodity Trading Exchange. That itself valued around 1,200 crores with current valuation today. Risk, what we could say, like all the bank, what risk we can see is NPA, which stands for not performing asset. Now COVID, everything is happening. So if many people may lose the job or company may not able to grow the business, who intend they given a money for them. If they turn NPA, then it is going to affect their bank operations. Even we might have seen some bank like now Lakshmi Vilas Bank or probably S Bank, they had faced a lot of issues where many people are got NPA So a bank can operate best only if they are able to manage that NPA probably less than 1%. Uday Kotak is considered as a founder and his age is now 60. So next decade surely he will be there. But who is going to replace him probably after some time, we need to see how and his vision for that Kotak Mahindra Bank. A lot of fintech and digital disruption is happening where people they don't even need nowadays bank branches. They can directly get a license like NBFC from RBI and they can disrupt that bank operations in lending space. So we need to keep a watch how that digital space is turning up. Bank need to obey a strict rules like how a pharma business. A bank also need to undergo a strict regulation and compliance under RBI rules. Any market violation or rules could disturb that bank operations. Thank you.